You won't believe June's housing numbers and what this means for buyers and sellers in Orange County. Hey there, Christian Walsh, Coldwell Banker Wire Associates. We specialize in leasing single family and multifamily in lovely Orange County, California. And we are here. June is done. It's July 2nd. We're heading into 4th of July holiday. So we're going to give a wrap up on June, and you won't believe these numbers. So hopefully you've been watching our videos and you've seen the statistics we've been sharing. Of course, our newsletter subscribers get this as well, and they get all those handy median price charts and everything. And there's a bunch of good ones for this month. But way back in March of 2020, which seems like ages ago, we had a median home price peak of $758,000, and that's for single family, townhomes, and condos in Orange County. So how did June fare? So we were tracking those numbers halfway through June, and we saw a positive trend. And we even mentioned in that video, we wouldn't be surprised if there was a median home price increase. Well, ta-da, there was. $765 is the median home price, and that is a new June record, and that's a new all-time record. So June, we had a new record for the median home price. So how about the rest of sales? So let's talk about some other numbers. So in May, we had 1,340 closings. June, we had 2,097 closings. So we had 50% increase, although we still are off by about a third. So this is definitely not a record June for sales, but we're heading in the right direction. So our leading indicators, how are things looking? So new listings, we are flat from May. But that's not bad. It's actually, we're still low. We're still down on listings, just over 2,000 new listings. That's not a bad thing. We are not, as of right now, looking like we're going to have a big crash in the housing market because we're not getting a big flood of inventory. So new listings coming on at a pace that is definitely a safe pace. So I know that's disappointing to investors and buyers, but I don't expect a big price drop coming up, although things could change, and we'll talk about that at the end. So new escrows, there are over 3,200 new escrows in June, and this was a 50% increase over May, and this is an absolute brand new June record. So what that means is that in June we had more properties go into escrow than we've ever had in a June, and that is essentially catching up for the lousy months we had in April and May. So it looks like the trajectory for new sales is going to continue to move up. So we can expect in July and into August that we're going to have more closings. Now, one interesting thing we found, and this is just kind of a sidebar, and you'll see it, our newsletter subscribers will see it, and if you visit our blog, you can see it. We use a service called InfoSparks for monthly data, and then we also compare it to what the data we collect off the MLS. InfoSparks uses the MLS as well to crunch their numbers. But when you look at the pending sales for June on InfoSparks, it's less than half the number we got from the MLS. So there's an interesting discrepancy. And again, our subscribers will see that. We ran it both from the MLS directly and then through InfoSparks. So I'm inclined to believe that there is an error on InfoSparks number. They got 1,450 instead of 3,200. That's a big, big margin of error. If InfoSparks is right, which I don't know how because the MLS has that 3,200 number, but if InfoSparks is right, then that's a bad sign. That would mean that pendings have dropped significantly, and that coming in July and August, we're going to have a lot of fewer closings. So just wanted to throw that out there. You will see a discrepancy when you look at our charts, and it also shows you we're tracking data closely, and we can see when something doesn't look quite right. So we'll keep that coming. Multifamily sales are still off. We're only closing about 30%. But for June, pending sales, the buildings that went into escrow actually are pretty close to the normal June escrows. So it looks like that market is improving slightly, but we've lost essentially so far in March, April, May, and June, basically over 2/3 of sales have evaporated. We do see more buildings coming on there. In fact, as many as a normal market. So we could continue to see the glut of inventory in multifamily. So let's talk about July, what to expect. And the big unknown is going to be consumer confidence. There's a couple of things actively happening right now. So 4th of July, beaches are closed, no fireworks. This has never happened, probably since all the way back to the original 4th of July. But that is as we go back under the shelter orders, or rather as they talk about closing bars and things like that, the surge in coronavirus could affect consumer confidence in Orange County. So we're watching that closely. The other big news is the CARES Act had put in place for unemployment an additional $600 bonus for each week for those who are unemployed. That's supposed to disappear at the end of July. It may be extended, we'll see. But that's also going to lead to a lack of confidence for those who are unemployed and those who may become unemployed. So those are a few things we're watching. Hopefully by the end of July we get things turned around. We're able to go back out. Newsom's executive orders were for 3 weeks, which puts us at the end of the month. Hopefully numbers will be going down on coronavirus by then. Unemployment numbers will hopefully continue to go down. Although they released good numbers on unemployment today, good in the sense that it was reduced, still record high. We're going to see, at least here in Orange County and Southern California, we're going to see unemployment numbers go up again. So that again will lead to consumer confidence maybe getting shaky. So just wanted to throw that out there. Please leave in the comments. I want to know what you're seeing out there, how confident you are on things. And please subscribe to all our channels and subscribe to our newsletter so we can get those median home price charts out to you and you can watch the data as closely as we do. Thanks. Christian Walsh, Coldwell Banker, Wire Associates.